For the first time ever, three Scottish teams went into a match day of European competition and walked out with 3 clean sheets. How about that? First time ever.
First time ever. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. And is that actually an official stat?
That's an official stat.
Is that legit?
100% legit.
No, that's incredible.
Scotland coefficient put that up.
Scotland coefficient, Hearts, Celtic, Rangers, take a bow because you guys deserve it. Anyway, guys, welcome back to the European Review Show, where we're here to talk about the Champions League, Europa League, and of course, the main competition, the Conference League, where Hearts are running wild. Now, shout out to the old firm because last time out in Europe, both Celtic and Rangers suffered heavy defeats. Both Celtic and Rangers failed to win at the weekend there in the Scottish Premiership, but they both bounced back midweek with 2 really impressive performances and 2 really impressive results. Celtic obviously getting a 0-0 in Italy against Atalanta, great clean sheet, and Rangers, as we've seen on Thursday night, doing what they do best, win Thursday night games against the Diddy teams of Europe. So congratulations to both of those clubs. We will start with the Champions League, and we'll start with that Atalanta Celtic game, 0-0. Thoughts on it? Well, we've already gave our thoughts, but quickly, let's just go over them. I thought Celtic were worthy of a point, set up well, frustrated Atalanta, and I don't think Atalanta had that many clear-cut opportunities. Schmeichel didn't actually have that much to do, and I think that's a testament of how well Celtic defended and actually held out the highest scoring team in Italy. Some people will say, Atalanta aren't that good, but they are. I mean, they're the highest scoring team in Italy, and Celtic held them to a clean sheet, so that's got to count for something. Something that I think a lot of us believed wasn't possible due to the last showing that Celtic had against Dortmund and the fact that Rodgers said he wasn't going to change. Whether Rodgers played a mastermind, whether he tricked us all, doesn't matter, because he got what he needed, and that was a point in Italy.
That was it, and he's guaranteed himself, in my eyes, safe passage through to the knockout stages. I think that's it.
We think that's it?
Because they'll win their 2 games at home, they'll win at least 2 of them, and that'll put them on 10, and 10 points is more than enough.
There you go, guys. You've heard it there for Big Stevie Cool. Celtic are through. 10 points will be more than enough. So, yeah, shout out to Celtic. Good performance. Is it up there with the Slovan Bratislava performance? Some people would argue it's better.
Yeah, and you know what? I'm not going to disagree with that because Atalanta are just many leagues above Slovan Bratislava.
Yep, can't be denied. You'd Brest 1, Leverkusen 1. Man City 5, Sparta Prague 0. Liverpool defeating Leipzig by 1-0. Barca destroying Bayern Munich by 4-1. Lille, once again, another impressive result.
Another Madrid club scalped.
Yep, another Madrid club scalped. And, I mean, the French sides are doing pretty well.
They are.
In this competition.
Not looking like a Diddy league.
Oh, no, they're definitely not. Brest as well. 1-1 against Leverkusen. It's a very good result.
Absolutely.
Getting a point against the German champions. Benfica lost 3-1 to Feyenoord. Salzburg 2-0 to Dynamo. With Inter defeating the Young Boys by 1-0. And that seems to be... up. Alright, we need to scroll the right way. That helps. Milan beat Club Brugge. Monaco defeated Cerveda. Paris and PSV had a 1-1 draw. Stuttgart beat Juventus. Arsenal just got over the line 1-0 against Shakhtar Donetsk. We had Aston Villa defeating Bologna by 2-0. Should have been the battle of the Scots, but in the end, unfortunately, we know that Ferguson's not available, but McGinn was and he scored, so congratulations to him. Girona, I believe, got their first points of the competition, defeating Bratislava by 2-0. Sporting defeated Storm Graz by 2-0, and Real Madrid pulled off a miraculous comeback because they were 2-0 down at half time, yet came back to win by 5-2. And that just shows you the quality of Real Madrid, because 3 weeks ago we were sitting here praising Dortmund, how good Dortmund are. Dortmund are this elite club, and it just shows you the fact that Real Madrid can score 5 goals against a team that good. That's the kind of level you're dealing. And Real Madrid, I think there's going to be a double figure win in this year's competition. See if Real Madrid, or a team like Real Madrid, come up against someone like a Slovan Bratislava and they perform, we could be looking at an absolute battering.
Well, I mean, Bayern Munich beat Zagreb 9-2.
So we're close.
I mean, you're close, you're one off it at the end of the day. So, yeah,
And Zagreb are a team that we've seen in the Champions League.
Zagreb, funny enough, actually are above Bayern Munich in the table right now.
Bit awkward, that, isn't it?
It's a
Anyway,
bit awkward.
speaking of the table, let's look at it. Let's go. So Aston Villa lead the way. 3 wins out of 3. Worth pointing out, they play Celtic in the final match day 8 fixture. And that could be massive for Celtic if Aston Villa are already in the top 8. If they're guaranteed a place in the top 8, whether they win, lose or draw, they could field a weakened side in that game. And obviously to prioritise the Premiership. And that could play into Celtic's hands massively. Now, don't get me wrong, Aston Villa could field their second string team, and it's still going to be a tough game. Make no mistake about it. But you would rather play a weakened Villa team than the strongest Villa team.
Absolutely, but here, the 3 English teams at the top tells it all for me.
The English League's the best league.
It's just got the most money. I mean, I think it's shocker-rooney like that Monaco and Brest are up there.
Well, you did say the French League's doing well, and that kind of confirms it there. So Monaco in 4th, Brest in 5th, Leverkusen down to 6th. Are you a bit surprised that not more teams have a 100% winning record?
Yes and no. I mean, I guess there's been a lot of big games so far.
Yeah, plus I guess we're 3 games into this, unlike the Conference League, we're only 2 games in. So, so top 8 is rounded off by Leverkusen, Inter and Sporting. Then you got Arsenal, Barca, Dortmund, Real, Benfica, Juve, Lille, Feyenoord, Atalanta, Stuttgart, PSG, Celtic, Sparta Prague, Dynamo Zagreb, Bayern München, and Girona with that win. So that goes to show you that you can have no wins, you lose your first 2 games, but you get 1 victory, and all of a sudden that pushes you into the playoff spot. So you're not out of this competition. And it just goes, I think that 9 points could be enough.
No, it could be. Obviously, for Celtic to get 9, I mean, you win and get 2 draws, which sounds a lot more. Yeah, I mean, that can happen. But, crucially, after 3 games, Celtic are a point above where they need to be in terms of 24th. Rangers, I believe, are 3. I don't know too much about Hearts, but there's a lot of games still to go. You can't tell until the last couple.
Well, Celtic have played, 3 games, and over those 3 games, they're averaging 1.33 a game. 1.33 points a game. If they continue that, if Celtic score, if Celtic get 4 points out their next 3, that would put them on 8 with 2 to go, and they'd be in a good position. So,
oh, aye, absolutely.
We'll see. And the teams that are not currently in the playoff spots, the elimination slots, are AC Milan, Club Brugge, Atletico Madrid, PSV, Bologna, Shakhtar Donetsk, Leipzig. And from Leipzig down, no, they haven't picked up any points. So you got Leipzig, Storm Graz, Cervena, Cervez, Salzburg, Young Boys, and Slovan Bratislava. Slovan Bratislava, bottom of this Champions League format. They've conceded 11, scored 1. Not great. Are they the weakest team in this?
I'd say so. You know, I mean, look at Celtic. They've got.
Although you've got Salzburg and Young Boys who haven't scored a goal yet.
Celtic have got, Bruges, Leipzig, Young Boys to play, and they've already played Bratislava, so they've played some of the worst. Well, they've played the worst, and then they're playing some of the worst.
Thoughts on Shakhtar? I mean, Bologna, Shakhtar, Salzburg and Young Boys haven't scored yet.
That's not good. No, Shakhtar Donetsk aren't good, man. We watched them against Arsenal, they're not that good.
What about Bologna, though? I think you'd expect them to have a goal by now.
Well, absolutely, aye. But that is weird.
It is weird. Anyway, shall we move on to Europa League, or do you any final thoughts here on
I'm all about the Thursday nights, man.
Thursday nights where big things happen, so let's get into it. Right, Roma 1, Dynamo Kiev 0. Expected. Frankfurt 1, RFS 0. That's a poor showing for Frankfurt, man.
No, it is.
Only beating RFS 0 by 1-0. This is a team that fucking Hearts beat twice, and RFS just got past Linfield.
I know, so you'd expect. What is that, man? Frankfurt, I need to look at them again.
Frankfurt, man, crazy. PAC and Victoria Plaza 2-2. You got Tel Aviv losing to Sociedad 2-1. Nice, bit of a surprise there, losing to Ferencváros by 1-0, but they did have a man sent off.
They did.
Ajax beating Karabag by 3-0. Midtjylland defeated Union SG 1-0. Porto defeating Hoffenheim 2-0. Rangers defeating FCSB by 4-0. We've already spoke a lot about Rangers We did the review, player ratings, and the fans' reaction just before making this video, so I don't think we're going to spend a lot of time here talking about Rangers, but let's just quickly gloss over the win. I thought it was a good performance. Majority of the players on the pitch played well. Dessers, for me, is becoming a worry. I think that he ended last season with people willing to give him a chance. People think, you know what, maybe he can score goals. Maybe we were too harsh on him. But he started the season worse than he started last season.
No, he is.
Which is what got him a lot of hate off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, it's Rangers' biggest win in Europe in 17 years. They needed it, and they got it. There's not really many negatives to have, apart from Cyril Dessers and maybe Tavernier.
Tav not looking great, like, so. Aye, so any more thoughts?
No, I mean, we'll move on. Tottenham 1-1-0. Maybe I expect a wee bit more there. Lyon get beat by Besiktas, which is a bit surprising, especially at home. Fenerbahce 1-1
Does that just prove that Lyon aren't that great?
Potentially, but United...
Fenerbahce won, United won. Jose Mourinho against his old club.
Got sent off.
I mean, that's just Mourinho doing Mourinho stuff.
Mourinho will get sent off at Ibrox, guaranteed.
Aye, but Fenerbahce, I mean, I think Mourinho, will he be back big time? Will he be... You think he'll be in a top league again, or do you think he's won...
Probably not. Europa League's...
I think Mourinho will be in the Saudi... Do you think Mourinho would act that way in Saudi?
I don't know, he might get a close shave.
Aye. Malmo 0, Olympiacos 1, Athletic Club 1, Slavia Prague 0, Anderlecht 2, Ludogorets 0, and finally Lazio 2, 20-0. And they had a man sent off there, so no goals this time from Sam Lammers as we look at the Europa League table. So, let's get into it. Lazio, Tottenham and Anderlecht, 3 teams with 100% record so far on 9 points. Thoughts on them?
You would expect the top 2, Anderlecht, a wee bit surprising.
Yeah, then we see Ajax, Galatasaray, Frankfurt, Midtjylland and Athletic Club round off the rest of the automatic straight to round 16 teams with 7 points between them. Frankfurt, doing pretty well, so it just goes to show that win against RFS, crazy. It's just a 1-0 there.
Nice.
Then you got Bodo Glimt in 9th, Lyon in 10th, Rangers up to 11th, 2 wins out the 3. Rangers got +3 in the goal difference, and they've recovered well, I think, from that Lyon defeat.
Yeah, I mean, you look at the Malmo in that game today, I mean, that's what, 6-0? Lyon game makes it look worse than what it is.
Yeah. SCSB, though, they had 2 wins coming into this game.
RFS, though, in pack.
Yeah, well, when you factor that in, not great. Fenerbahce were unbeaten before this, and they remain unbeaten. 1 win, 2 draws. I think Fenerbahce should have enough. Mourinho, I expect him to be in the playoffs.
No, I agree.
Maybe a push for the top 8.
Aye.
Porto then in behind. You got Real Sociedad in there. Roma's in there. Victoria Plaza. And Man United sneaking in there with 3 draws. Not great.
They are shite. I mean, Ten Hag, he comes out and it's over difficult to beat.
Will 8 draws be enough?
Well, I mean, it might be, but I don't think United having 3 draws in the Europa League's good enough.
No, it's not.
I mean, it's not the Champions League.
At the end of the day, it's the same as 1 win and 2 defeats, isn't it?
Look at all the English clubs in the Champions League.
Aye, flying high.
9 points or 7.
And then you've got United in the lower competition, and they're scraping a place in the top 24.
Well, it's not good enough.
No, it's not good enough. Elfsberg, Ferencváros and AC Alkmaar in the last positions. And then in the elimination places, you've got Malmo, Braga, Besiktas, 20, Union, PAK, RFS, Nice, Ludogorets, Tel Aviv, Dynamo Kiev and Karabag. Dynamo Kiev, not a great side. Rangers, will they be looking back thinking we should have beat them in that Champions League playoff?
Probably. But we didn't, so we've got to deal with that.
They're a bad team. Any final thoughts here before we move on?
Now we'll move into the Conference League.
Guy wants to move into the Conference League. It's like he's rushing to get through this. He must be excited for something.
I'm buzzing. Like a bee with all the wings.
Europa Conference League. Finnegur defeated Cercle Bruges by 3-1. Bit of a shocker. Didn't see that coming. Finnegur actually lost 4-0 against Omanoa 3 weeks ago. So, the fact that Hearts beat Omanoa by 2-0, Omanoa defeated Vikingur by 4-0, and Hearts have to play Cercle Bruges. I mean, I know just because you beat a team that beat a team that beat a team, that doesn't mean you're going to beat the next team. But that bodes well for Hearts. I think that tells you that Hearts can actually beat Cercle Bruges. And we've already seen Kelly give them a good game. So, I'm confident.
I didn't really rate Cercle Bruges against Kelly, so I see no reason why Hearts, under this guy, under Neil, can beat them. They can. Of course they can.
Ghent 2, Molde 1, Dungarden 1, Victoria 2, Apoli 0, Borac 1. Don't know who Borac are, but
that's who Hearts played in the last game, isn't it?
I believe so. Rapid 1, Noah 0. I mean, some of these teams are really not great. Hearts 2, Omanoia 0. Good win for Hearts. Neil Critchley got a lot of stick from me, from you, from most people, to be fair. But he's done a good job. Like, I'm not going to get carried away. He's only 2 games in. But so far, he's done the business, and Hearts seem to be playing well underneath him. And it's 6 goals, 2 wins, and 2 clean sheets, so you really cannot complain about the guy. And it was an impressive victory for Hearts, got the 2 goals early, and then just seen the game out. So, Hearts, I think, looking good to be playing Conference League football beyond Christmas.
When was the last time Hearts or Midlothian got out of group stage football? Never.
Not in my lifetime.
There you go then. I agree to that. Strap in for February, or no, post-Christmas.
Why is it? Let's break it down here, right? Why is that happening? Is it because Scottish teams are getting better, or the other teams getting worse, or is it simply because there's more European competitions now and they're allowing weaker teams in? I don't want to run Hearts down. I don't want to run my club down. But I'm just looking. I'm looking for legitimate answers. I'm looking for the truth.
Legitimate answers, right? Look at the state of this competition. Noah, Vikingjar, Borac, LARNE, Shamrock Rovers.
So it's expanded competitions, more competitions with weaker teams in it.
Yeah, I think Hearts actually got a tough draw, and they're still going to go through.
Right, fair enough. But you would argue in the mid 2000s that it was a lot tougher back then?
Fucking course it was. No conference.
Celtic and Rangers still done really well though to get to the last 16 of the Champions League.
I think.
Why haven't they repeated that?
Because the Champions League, I think, is just as.
So
tough.
you think do you think the Champions League since the mid 2000s has got tougher, but the other competitions have got easier?
I think the Europa League's tough.
So it's just this pish league that they've.
Yeah. But it's a third competition. I think Hearts could compete in the Europa League if they got an easy enough tie. Or draw. I mean, you've got RFS in there.
Yes, but hold on. Would you not argue that Rangers have done better in the Europa League over the past, 6-7 years than they did on average in the UEFA Cup?
Yeah.
In the 2000s?
Probably, yeah.
Yet most people would agree Scottish...
It's everybody's maybes, man. But the reality is, Hearts, I just feel like in the past they never got the opportunity. You had to go through about a million qualifying rounds.
And if you were lucky to somehow qualify, you were in groups with good teams.
Yes, but Hearts now, the last few years, Aberdeen or whatever, they've guaranteed the group stage.
I mean, I agree with that. I would say this Conference League is easier now for the likes of Scottish teams with the 8 games and the 6 games and extra seeds. St Gallen 2, Fiorentina 4, Chelsea 4, Panathinaikos 1, Jagiellonia 2, Petro Club 0, Sicily 5, Istanbul. Who are they? Beat Istanbul by 5 goals to 1.
They're Slovakian. That's a shocker.
Alright, Shamrock 4, Larne 1. We were going to watch this game, but in the end it got away from us, so we didn't. I'll quickly give my thoughts on it. Anybody that I have spoken to from Northern Ireland, from Ulster, or the 6 counties, or from anyone the north of Ireland, they all said that...
Technically that could be Donegal, mate. I mean, fucking reel your geography in and just...
No, don't lie, what are you on about?
The north of Ireland? Donegal's the north of Ireland. This is Northern Ireland, alright? Donegal's the north of Ireland.
Where's Larne's in the 6 counties?
Aye, but you said the north of Ireland?
No, people down south refer to Northern Ireland as the north of Ireland. I'm not talking about north because...
It's factually incorrect, though.
No, because you're on about the left-hand side. Yes, it's part of Republic, but I'm not... People refer to Northern Ireland as the north of Ireland because they just refer to it as the south and north. That's a fact.
I'll tell you what, Larne went south.
Anyway.
They went south to Windsor Park and their arse fell.
Point is, right, everybody that I've spoken to said Larne were going to smash them. And I think it might just be, country bias, because I felt like there was only going to be one winners. And in the end, it was the team I thought was going to win, Shamrock Rovers.
Yeah, I'm not surprised they end at 4-1. They're a step above them. It's quite that simple.
I mean, I think we've seen that the Irish League is a step above the non-Irish League in general.
Well, it is, of course it is.
When you look at the qualifiers.
I think LARNE are a step above their own league. But, Shamrock Rovers are obviously a step above them.
I think if you put LARNE in the Republic of Ireland League, they'd maybe finish like top 4, but I don't think they'd win it.
Yeah.
Whereas I think there's a bunch of teams you could put for the Irish League into the non-Irish League, and they could be challenging for it. So, but Shamrock Rovers now be a good chance to come through. Betis 1, Copenhagen 1, Helsinki 1, Dynamo Minsk 0, Olympia 2, Lask 0, the New Saints 2, Astana 0. Thoughts on the New Saints?
Fantastic.
Now, this Astana team ring a bell.
Yeah, they beat Celtic not too long ago. Well, I say not too long ago, it was about 7 years ago, I think.
Right. So, what's happened?
Well, I'll tell you what's happened. Former Dunfermline man, McManus, got a penalty. Here, clean sheet, 2-0 victory. I don't know what the New Saints...
Level goal difference, because they only lost to Fiorentina 2-0.
They play Shamrock Rovers. If they can beat Astana, they can beat Shamrock Rovers.
And the thing is, we're saying Shamrock Rovers have got a great chance because they're playing the New Saints. Will the New Saints be thinking the same thing? But we've also got to be honest. I mean, we would probably put LARNE above the New Saints.
Probably. But
so therefore, Shamrock are favourites against the New Saints.
But you know what, though? Maybe that's just because we've looked at LARNE. But then, the New Saints have had a bunch of good results, man, in all those qualifiers. So let's not be blind to it.
And they only lost their opening game by 2-0 against Fiorentina. So, fantastic.
I think that's result of the weekend, or the midweek.
Probably. Boleslav 0, Lugano 1, TCS 0, Legia Warsaw 3, and Paphos 0, Heidenheim 1.
Who's Paphos? Where are they from?
Portugal. Paphos Vieira, is it not?
They're alright. They're not Pacos Vieira.
I don't know, it could be like.
I don't think that's the team you're thinking of.
So you're gonna give the New Saints your
result of the weekend.
I think that's fair actually, because I think most people expect the New Saints to pick up 0 points. And as we look at the table, Hearts are the only Scottish team to be in the top 8 of a European League phased table. Thoughts on that?
One of the few things you can celebrate and enjoy.
Aye. I will enjoy. Chelsea lead the way, Fiorentina in second, and you got Legia Warsaw, Lugano, Victoria, Hearts, Jagiellona, and SK Rapid in the 8 places. Then you got Shamrock Rovers sitting in 10th. Fair play to them.
I mean, I think 7 points could get them through.
So that win against TNS, and I believe that they are in the next round.
But on the flip side, I think if TNS beat Shamrock Rovers,
I still think TNS need a point for something.
No, they do, but they may. But then you will have 3 games left where you can just fucking park the bus, and hopefully get a 0-0 in one of them.
Yeah. Molde, Omanoia, Olympia. I mean, there really is some weird, shitey teams. The New Saints, if they ended it now, if they stopped the vote, if they stopped the count, the New Saints would be through.
Yeah, that is incredible. That's unthinkable.
And then we go into the teams that are currently in the drop-off section, the relegation session. You've got Copenhagen, Apoli, Real Betis, Lask, Panathinaikos, Dynamo Minsk. You've got Istanbul in there, Petrokub, St. Gallen, and LARNE. LARNE at the moment bottom of the table. But
I'll tell you what, right? The New Saints play Shamrock Rovers, then they're at home to Dusgarden, at home to Panathinaikos. But they're away to Silje last kick of the season. Or last kick of the Europa Conference League. So, I tell you what, man. I think they could be trying to shout into that last game.
And if the New Saints make it, then that would be a fantastic performance.
As for LARNE, right, they were at Windsor Park, man, and they were outnumbered by Shamrock Rovers fans. It was a pathetic look. Why couldn't they just play at Inver? Or Inver Park, I believe it's called. Why not just play there?
Why can't they just play in their home stadium?
Which is what I'm on about, mate.
Oh, is that no? I don't know. But no, that could make a difference.
Of course it could.
But instead, it's pretty much probably felt like a neutral, if not even an away game, because of the being outnumbered. So, disappointing for LARNE, bottom of the table. But, they've done well getting there. I think LARNE will pick something up, though. I think they'll get a point along the way.
No, they probably will, right? But, it's
But
still...
in terms of going through, they're out.
Oh, they're it.
I think that
absolutely.
I mean, let's see Larne's last 4 games. I'll have a look at them here. Got St. Gallen, Olympia, Dynamo Minsk, and then Ghent. Yeah.
If
mean,
Larne were going to
they
go
ain't gonna
through,
beat St. They ain't
they
gonna
needed
beat.
to beat Shamrock Rovers.
Yeah, they ain't gonna get anything against Ghent or St. Gallen. I don't think so. I mean,
No.
Olympia and Dynamo Minsk, I mean, could possibly get something against those teams, but they're not. I mean, it's Larne are out. Anyway, let's get into the coefficients. And yeah, England currently leading the way with an average of 8.571. How far is Scotland then? So this
16th.
So we're 16th at the moment. We're averaging 4.4 in the coefficients. In terms of total coefficient points collected, though, we've got 30.7. So we're just behind Switzerland, just behind Denmark as well. Celtic have collected 9. Rangers 4.5. Hearts 4. Obviously, Kilmarnock and St Mirren are no longer in competition, so they are out. In terms of teams that are currently in front of us, I mean, Norway only have 2 teams left. Denmark only have 2 teams left, so we've got a bit of an advantage over them. Well, Austria's doing pretty well. They've got 4 teams remaining.
But they're both in the Champions League.
Yeah, it could factor it. I mean, Turkey have got no teams in the Champions League, but still got 4 teams in it. Although you do get more coefficient points for being in the Champions League. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if we can. Obviously, Turkey and Czech Republic are the teams that we really are trying to catch. The other teams that are in the top 10, and I mean, you can see right now.
As we've talked about previously, the next 4 Rangers games, it almost feels like write-offs. It does feel like that. Hearts, I've got more faith in Hearts picking up victories. As for Celtic, yeah, I mean, I think there's still a lot more coefficient points to come.
Yeah, I mean, look at Czech Republic, though. They have already accumulated 35.5 coefficient points this season.
Yeah.
Compared to our 22. Now, we're doing well. But Czech Republic are doing really well. That's the problem. And, we're behind the likes of
as for us, so, I think it looks like the lowest we'll ever finish here is like 17th. But then, Israel have only got 1 team compared to our 3. So you would have to have a colossal fuck up to finish behind them.
Aye, yeah, you would. Let's go further down, though, the list. We'll see how the Irish teams are doing. Welsh, so Ireland currently 32 in the world, and they have accumulated 12.5 this season. Puts them above Andorra here. I mean, assuming that's Russia there with the white flag, surrendering. Puts them above Bulgaria. Puts them above Azerbaijan. Ireland, as of right now, have scored more coefficient points this season than Ukraine and Serbia as well, which is impressive.
That is impressive, and St. Pat's got that 0-0 against Başakşehir, which obviously was a fantastic result. But yeah, I mean, I think Shamrock Rovers...
And they ain't done.
They ain't done.
They could still pick up more points, so we've got to keep that in mind. And then we'll go down and we'll look at Wales, we'll look at Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland currently picked up 4 points so far this season. And that's still lower than some of the clubs around them, but I guess Larne have still got a chance to add to that.
I just don't think Larne will, though.
No.
It's over for Larne.
And Wales have picked up 8. And that a big part of that's down to that TNS win the night. So Wales are, they're doing very well. And who's to say? But the thing is, we down here, 1 win in the group stages, because it's worth so much more points, it can really, I think you get 2, don't you, for the win? So if TNS can win 1 more game, I mean, you're literally talking, they're going to...
You're not surprised that the Belarus League is so far down.
Yeah, but Wales can jump up to 41st. Wales can go from 49th to 41st with 1 more win. Because most of these teams are eliminated. Well, all these... they're all eliminated, apart from the Belarusian. So if Wales can get 1 more win, they'll jump... I mean, Northern Ireland, if they can get 1 more win, they would jump up to 41st as well.
Aye, so there's all to play for.
So it's a massive chance for Wales and Northern Ireland. And, they're probably not going to get this chance again for a long time. So this is an opportunity for them to make...
This is a special European season because I don't see this happening again for years.
No. So, I mean, see if Larne and TNS can pick up a win each, or even a couple of wins, you're literally talking about moving your nation up into the upper echelons here of you're pushing the top 30.
Top foot. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Anyway, guys, that's it. That's the European review show. I was debating whether it was a review or a preview, but it's definitely a review.
Clearly a review.
And that's it, guys. We'll catch you later for the SPFL preview show. Lots of previews, lots of reviews, lots of content, guys. So make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We're not going to beg you. We'll ask you once.
I will ask you once. Brilliant. Da, 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 da. I've asked you once, and I'm not going to ask you again.
No, if you want to throw in a wee super chat there or super thanks, then feel free to do so. Helps the channel. Any money put into this channel goes back into the channel.
That's
Giveaways, prizes, all that stuff. So,
oh, you know the score.
you know the score. That's it. Till next time. Peace.